Welcome to another episode of the Presale Pulse Live, a channel that is dedicated to helping you understand everything happening in real estate across Metro Vancouver and the Fraser Valley. And today we're here to talk Fraser Valley. I'm Ryan Lalonde, and I'm joined by the boss of the Fraser Valley in sales and marketing. She's managing director of MLAFV, Brittany Reimer. Brittany, welcome back. It's so awesome to have you.
Thanks. I've been away on holidays for the last week, but as you know, moving doesn't really feel like a bit of a holiday. And then this red hot market we're in, I mean, coupled together, not much of time off, I'll just say that.
Tell me what your day off, a typical day off for Brittany Reimer looks like.
Oh, phone, email, phone, email. Phone's at 15% by 12 o'clock. What about you? How about you?
This isn't about me. Now, if you're new to the Presale Pulse channel, it's all about recapping both the presale and the resale marketplace over the past 30 days. Our goal, as always, is to ensure that all of our subscribers feel like they have their fingers on the pulse and become real estate intelligent. Brittany, what's today's episode all about?
We're going to talk resale momentum, another busy month with just under 3,000 transactions. I feel like a broken record. We're at this point every month. May presale projects, what to watch for this summer, and lastly, we'll highlight another month of record-breaking sale prices. We're starting to see a slight shift in the resale market where it does really feel like it is a hit and miss whether property sells in multiple offers or not, and that is a really great sign for buyers out there to get into the market and get their foot in the door.
Let's start off with the projects, if that's all right.
Let's do it.
Should we hit AppCon?
Absolutely.
Hive by AppCon. It's a multi-building project, 240 units. This is located right across the street from Willoughby Town Centre. The majority of this project is one beds and mid 300s starting price points. Sharp price points for investors and first-time home buyers. Phase 1 sold out right at the beginning of the sales project. We're anticipating Phase 2 to launch soon, and we think that there's going to be a lot of success and weight behind their buyer demand. Our pricing estimates around $640 per square foot. A lot of small unit sizes, a ton of 500 square foot and 700 square foot offerings. Big numbers for Langley are expected from a price per square foot standpoint.
We know that compact homes in this market continue to move, and we're getting traction from the investor market. There's absolutely no doubt about that. We're expecting to continue to see new projects jump into the market similar to the Surrey market in Langley, including Isle of Man's concrete low-rise LRE, which is coming to Willoughby Town Centre within the next 45 days. So everybody's jumping on board. Everybody wants to get a piece of this busy market. Although it is very uncommon to see concrete product in a low-rise format, we expect that this project will do very well over the next 60 days here, and we're excited to see what the future has in store for that. Also notable, District by Polyco, they started taking suite request forms this past weekend. This is a project to watch for 92 homes. I expect small format homes again, and that'll go really head-to-head with the Hive pricing, and we're excited to report on those numbers within the next 30 days here.
Next up, let's talk about Inspire by Maple Ridge. This is by the Platinum Group. Britt, I know that you spoke about a little bit about this 30 days ago. Inspire in Maple Ridge, it's really pushing above $600 per square foot. It's sold 50 units since launch in early June. That's a really strong campaign at those price points. Attractive starting prices, I think, are winning the day. Starting price around $329,000. A lot of great examples of just what an affordable, small format offering can look like, and how you have a really unique opportunity of reaching to a much wider format of buyers. I think that we should also quickly touch on Polygon. This is another, the Archer Green. It's something that you also spoke about 30 days ago. What's going on there?
Yeah, so starting from $529,900, sharp price points for entry-level buyers in this project. Looking for family size, 2, 3, or 4 bedroom homes. This is a really great opportunity for those buyers. Next to the site is 15 acres of green space, outdoor trails, another awesome development coming to Mission, which has seen already an increase in pre-sale action of late, with most recently Wren and Raven by Elevate selling out.
I think that we can't touch on the Fraser Valley without talking a little bit about PCI as well. They're releasing their final residential tower at King George Hub. It's 41 stories tall, 447 units. They've had really good demand to date. Prices in the mid 800s, price per square foot. Overall, the project looks like it's somewhere around 300 deals since the launch. Very small unit mix, a lot of ones and small twos. We know that that's going to continue to fuel higher price per square foot. The project went with 20% deposit as opposed to 15%, which was offered in the previous phase. We think that that's quite interesting. It's also a sign of high interest rates, as the project does not need any major incentives to sell units today. They've essentially hit their test, and for the time being, our expectation is that they're going to continue to tempo this out once they're out of launch.
Absolutely. When we think about Surrey, I mean, the fact that we're not seeing incentives on this program is a very good sign for what's to come, and lots of inventory to still be seen over the next few months there. The South Surrey townhouse market continues to see momentum. Holloway at the Burrows by Streetside. I mean, Streetside is on fire. These guys are busy. Every month it feels like they've got something new in market. This is the first release of the Burrows at South Surrey, which will have multiple phases of townhomes. Their units are sized from 1,250 to 1,630 square feet. Mix is bang on in that market. We know that offering is going to do very well. KitchenAid appliances. This project offers both tandem, double wide townhomes on the garage level and all bedrooms upstairs, which we know is just, you know, a very popular asset for young families.
Why don't we jump into resale stats? You know, it's hard to repeat what's happened in the months of April and March, but we came pretty close, right? Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we had 2,951 total resales in May, only down 2% from April, which is great. Interesting, supply also dropped, which was really unusual for this spring market, as typically we see those listings coming to market. It's in complete contrast with last month, where we saw a 20% increase in supply. So really great to see that, and very balanced.
So demand for more affordable product has certainly made the Fraser Valley a hotbed of market activity, but not just in Surrey or Langley, peripheral markets as well. So Mission, Abbotsford and Chilliwack all benefiting. Composite benchmark price is up a staggering 23%, just a crazy number, and 11.7 in the past 3 months. So Britt, when we think about that, we think about the Fraser Valley composite benchmark price running, where do you think that this market's going? What's your prediction on values in the coming months?
Well, we know that the detached market is definitely stabilized. We know that the townhouse market, particularly on the pre-sale side, has stabilized as well. But what we know is going to happen, and what our belief is that we're going to continue to see strong activity on the condo side, that from Surrey all the way to Chilliwack. Last month we shared the benchmark composite price was at $1 million. Today the composite benchmark price is at 1.05. So really interesting to see what the next couple months has in store here. Let's jump into sales to listing ratios. Exact same sales to listing ratio as April at 50%, which really goes to show the sustained upward pressure on prices that we touched on before. The most notable drop in absorptions came in the detached home market, as there really was not enough new supply for the purchasers in the market, and many instances purchasers are out of options, so they're postponing their search for the time being.
I think notable highlights from May, like you're seeing detached sales drop 21% month over month. Condo sales increased 9%, and then townhouses, those sales remain relatively level month over month. And a big part of that is a function of just lack of supply, right? Bring on inventory, and we know that we're going to have demand behind it. There's been a lot of discussion in our boardrooms, and we touched on this in Trending Topics in Metro Vancouver edition, but a lot of conversations happening around the belief that many have had in the industry that we're going to experience somewhat of a slowdown or a pullback, both on price and on sales ratios over the coming months. What's your position on that?
I mean, I definitely agree that we are going to see a bit of a pull down. That said, I mean, we've still got that affordability factor in the Fraser Valley. And I know with inventory product, I mean, the design of product that is coming to market is going to be very appealing, not only just for buyers in the Fraser Valley, but it's going to be appealing for buyers from other markets as well. So long as we see those interest rates hold, I think that for the foreseeable future, I mean, we're steady. And in particular, on the condo side, this is really, in my belief, just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what we're going to see with respect to inventory coming to market, but also just success on those condo projects.
I think it's also important to note we have 50% sales ratio, 50% sales ratio in the month of May. That's an outstandingly high number, and we know that anytime that we have over 3 months, 90 days of sales ratios in excess of 24%, we know there's a lot of upward pressure on price. And so as long as sales ratios are above that 30% note, our belief is that composite benchmark price, which today sits at $1,005,000, we believe that that's going to continue to rise, and you're going to see that in resale, and you're also going to see that in the pre-sale marketplace. Britt, I think that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Did we cover it all?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I feel like there's still a hot debate as to whether or not Maple Ridge falls within the Metro van market or the Fraser Valley market, but we can discuss that another time. It doesn't have to be today.
I'm going to say share your comments below and let us know what you think. Which market is it in?
Great suggestion. Great suggestion.
As always, we're gonna ask that you give a high five and hit that like button down below. Also hit that subscribe button. You get a ton of great content that flows in your inbox if you do so. Most notably, the Newswire. That's a daily roundup of some of the best articles in our space. You're also going to get some of the monthly and annual reports that come out of our advisory department. That's really going to make sure that you do have your finger on the pulse. Unless there's anything else that you wanted to add.
No, absolutely not.
Let's say that that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you next month.